What is up everyone, this is another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Today I'm gonna share with you guys 10 pro tips that will elevate your gaming. Now when we are starting a new game, there's a lot of stuff that we need to learn about the game in order to kind of like make the most out of it, and it's pretty easy to miss quite a few things. The very first tip that I want to share with you guys, and I'm hearing this all the time, is kind of like pretty easy to miss as well. How do I use the Captain Aura? Skratch, can I use multiple Captain Auras, and how do I select the one that I want to use? Basically, most of your heroes will have a Captain Aura. Like for example, Hexandra has a Captain Aura. Let me just replace one of my heroes with her because she has an aura, she doesn't. She has an aura, let me bring her in the team as well. Replace the Traveler. And right here on the side of the screen, you have this shield. Basically this, it shows me that I have a defense Captain Aura at the moment, or the lead hero. You click on it, and then you see you have different ones that you can pick for the fight. Some of them are not available in this battle for the simple fact that they're not working in dungeons. They might be for arena, or they might be for something else. So you're gonna have to click on one of these auras and pick the one that you want to use if you have multiple ones available. If you don't have multiple ones available, the game will automatically select the one that it can be used. So right here you can see right now I have the book, I have the enlightenment. Changing to the shield, it gives me the defense. So that's how Captain Aura works in Dragonheir Silent Gods. Tip number 2 that I want to share with you guys is gonna be a bit different because you know what? Unlike other games that we've played in the past, Dragonheir actually displays the multipliers in game. So this makes it much easier for us to know if the hero is worth investing in. Regardless if he has AoE skills or anything like that, we are actually able to see what sort of damage they're dealing. So if you're gonna click on one of their skills, for example, it shows you deals fire damage to enemies within range. Now, most of the games display their skills like this. It doesn't really show you multiplier. So you're gonna be like, well, I gotta look at the data mine info to see if this hero is good. But when you click on details right here, it's gonna show you the exact multipliers that you have on your hero. 300% attack. So the more attack I have on him, the more damage he deals. A lot of the times people will be like, well, I don't know how to build this hero. Should I give him attack? Should I give him defense? Because you're not clicking on the details. So you're kind of like confused a bit. What stats I need for this hero to deal damage, you know? But if you click on details, you're going to be able to see that. For example, we have Hexandra, an awesome rare healer, and she has this skill. Heals an ally and dispels one debuff from them. Now, only if you would know that if you click on details, it shows you that heals an ally by 150% of her attack and 1500% enlightenment. So it means that we need to have a lot of enlightenment and we need to have attack on her to get a massive heal with this skill. If you're playing Raid or if you played Raid and you're familiar with Apothecary, think of her like the Apothecary of Dragonheir Silent Gods, just on steroids, okay? Because this one right here will give you a massive heal if you build her properly. You see, I have 109 enlightenment and I have over 1000 attack on Hexandra. So this is one thing that you really need to keep in mind. Tip number 3. I'm hearing this question a lot. What does enlightenment do, Skratch? What does skill haste do, Skratch? So if you come right here at the top right corner where you see the stats, just click on one of the stats, guys, and you're gonna have everything described black on brown, black on white, whatever the color is behind there. HP, the damage a hero can take before being defeated. Attack affects the damage dealt by most heroes through direct attacks. So these are very simple things, guys, but this will really give you a much better understanding of everything that is happening in Dragonheir Silent Gods, at least in the background, right? Because some of these things are not explained while you're just joining in a fight. You're not gonna know that enlightenment affects derivative damage or directly becomes the coefficient of some skills, increases the hero's derivative damage by 54.5%. So you don't know these things till you check it out. Attack interval, the interval between two basic attacks. The attack speed increases by 7% of the current hero. So the more attack speed you have on your hero, the more often he's going to use the basic attacks. Skill haste reduces the cooldown time of battle skills and ultimate skills. Current cooldown reduction 0%. Now you're gonna start getting some of these once you're gonna get better runes On this one, for example, I have nothing that gives skill haste. But if I'm looking at different ones, for example, this one has attack speed, so this will help me to use the basic skill more often. And I should have skill haste on this one, for example, the fire one for Dane, and I'm getting +6 skill haste, which will basically allow me to use my battle skill and ultimate faster. Eventually, once you move into the end game, you're gonna wanna have a lot of skill haste on your heroes so they can use their skills more often, because even though you book one of the heroes, for example, you scroll them, you upgrade their skills, yes, they will be getting some benefit from it. Reduced time on the skill, most probably, at least the majority do. Seems like Exandra doesn't, so she wasn't the best example. Let me just take Gulenda, for example. She has a very long cooldown, 26.64 seconds, and that's because I have some skill haste on her. Usually she was 27 seconds. Now, if I'm gonna tome her, I'm gonna have some reduction right here, you know, so that will help. But the main idea is skill haste will be massive, and it's very easy to know what all of these stats are doing. The next thing as well, which is tip number 4, guys, and this is very easy too. Probably you have a bunch of heroes on your account, and you're going in a dungeon, and that dungeon might recommend you to use defense up, heal reduction, and decrease attack. And you're gonna be like, well, I have 50 heroes. How do I know which one of them gives me decrease attack? How do I know which one of them is gonna bring me heal prohibition? You go right here. So basically what you're gonna have to do is click on this to expand the hero menu. Very easy to do. A lot of people don't do it. And then not only that you can sort your heroes, but you have a filter for buffs and debuffs. If you click right here, where is my mouse? And basically you're gonna wanna see, I wanna have heroes that do attack penalty. You click on it and all those heroes are displayed. So it's gonna make your life much easier, guys, because you're gonna be able to navigate in the game much better. And knowing all these little tips, guys, they help so much, okay? They help so much, and they're just allowing you to learn things that you had no idea how to find in game before. And moving over to tip number 5, guys, this is actually pretty simple as well. You're gonna encounter different things on the map that you might not be able to complete at that specific moment in time. You might be busy completing some missions and you don't want to stop from doing that. Like, for example, I have this tower defense. I know that at the moment, if I'm engaging with the tower defense, I might not be able to beat it because I don't have enough damage dealers for this specific content. So what you can do is click on the map, and basically you can mark different objects on the map. Like, for example, let's just say right here is a treasure that I'm gonna wanna uncover at some point. I'm gonna create a label, and I know that I gotta go back to that place in the future whenever I can to collect my treasure. And you can have different things on the map all over the place. Just mark the things that you need. You might find duel that you need to save up. You might find different tower defenses, different things that need to be marked, so you don't forget where to find them in the future, because you're gonna find a lot of random characters sitting around, and when you interact with them, you have the option, for example, to challenge them. And some of them, they're very high level, like level 120. You're not gonna be able to defeat them just yet, so you can just give them a mark and remember where they are later on. Tip number 6, guys, how I mentioned in different videos, you're gonna encounter different vendors. The merchant, for example, and these guys, they will sell you stuff. They will sell you some maps that will just uncover different areas on the world map, or they will sell you treasure maps. Make sure you're purchasing the treasure maps, and of course, make sure you're using them. Like, I have quite a few that I need to use as well. But for example, if we're gonna click on this one, Crimson Crown Treasure Map 2, read it, and it's gonna mark you the spot on where is the location with the treasure, guys. So the golden glitter of sunrise was visible in the camp, and somewhere to its south, keep walking towards the south like you are on a pilgrimage to admire the sunlight, and you will eventually spot the golden glitter. So if we're gonna pay attention to what we see on this map, we can actually open the world map and try to look where is that location. Now, probably is somewhere in this area, and it's actually right here. There we go. So if we're gonna quickly teleport here, we're gonna go and find the treasure, guys. Let's see what does a treasure map actually gives us, and was in the corner next to these trees, if we're paying attention to it. So let's see, can we find the treasure? There we go, we found the treasure. So you just uncovered it like that. And you're getting some gems, you're getting some affinity materials, and that brings me to tip number 7, guys. So if you head over to your Psyche core, you're gonna have the elemental affinity. Now this is actually the thing that will unlock extra additional stats when you are completing a team with an elemental affinity bonus. That's when this will come in play. So you're gonna start with the HP, that's gonna be the very first thing, and you're gonna get the rest. You're gonna get defense, you're gonna get attack. And then you have different things that most people will probably just jump in and just throw them everywhere randomly. This is almost like a mastery tree sort of way. And you're gonna pick damage, you're gonna pick survivability in some cases. And the main thing that you need to keep in mind, guys, is do it for the teams that you are using. So if you are planning to build a Frost and Necrosis team, make sure that's the very first thing that you're actually targeting. Frost and Necrotic. Don't actually go to some different elements. You see, Ice and Necrosis heroes gain attack from here. And don't make every single one of them. Just do some of the ones that you're using and then try to move to the next level and maximize all the stats on your initial team, because that's what will actually make your team stronger. Like, for example, the next thing that I'm prioritizing is to get accuracy on my fire and poison team. But before that, I still need to max another one from here, okay? So I'm gonna be looking to do that, and then I'm gonna move over to the next part. I'm gonna max my team, and then I'm gonna focus on the rest of them. And moving over to tip number 8, since we are here at the Psyche core, you're going to receive the materials that you need in order to upgrade your attributes. If you remember at the beginning, I've told you the class that you're picking in Dragonheir is purely a cosmetic thing, right? And each one of the class has different kind of like attributes: strength, intellect, dexterity. Now, each one of these things are actually benefiting your character in a way or another. For example, you have the strengthen, which allows you to carry heavy objects easier and deter others with your fists when necessary. When you are using the forge, this will give you some of the materials back. Now, I've invested pretty much everything in intellect and dexterity, and I would suggest you to do the exact same thing, because this is one thing that you're not going to be able to reset whenever you want or anything like that. So the intellect will help me with the cooking. You'll be doing a lot of cooking because that's how you'll be acquiring the potions that will boost your stats before a fight. So getting a high intellect, not only that it will give you more materials back, but it will double the portion of the food or potions that you are actually cooking, you know. Dexterity will allow you to steal a lot and escape the dangers. So the higher the dexterity, the easier for you to steal things from vendors and different characters that you're encountering on the map. And my god, we'll be doing a lot of stealing in Dragonheir Silent Gods. And yes, I know we're getting near the end with tip number 9, guys. This one right here is gonna be one that's gonna keep us in for quite a while. I know you see some very juicy things in the arena shop right here. You have the Starlight Stones to summon, the Essence of Creation, which is honestly one of the best things that you should purchase from the store, especially the one that's discounted. But I would suggest you one thing first. You have the lucky playing cards right here. Now, a lot of people won't afford to purchase legendary artifacts, okay? Because you need to summon legendary dupes. If you're free to play or a low spender, it will take you quite a while to get a dupe legendary. And that's if you're lucky, okay? I actually managed to summon my first dupe today. And you can purchase this legendary artifact from the arena shop. Now, what I would suggest you to do is to save all your gladiatorial seal, guys. Save it, okay? Because you're gonna need roughly around 24,000 or 25,000 to purchase the lucky playing cards artifact. So this is gonna be pretty good. In each battle, it's guaranteed to crit for the first one ultimate skill cast by the wearer. So this is actually gonna be a pretty interesting one, and it's gonna be very useful. It gives you flat attack, attack percentage, and yeah, it's gonna be a good one. You're gonna wanna purchase this 100%. And moving over to tip number 10, the final tip for today's video, guys, and that will involve the Alliance shop. Now, again, here you're gonna have quite a few different things that you wanna purchase, and you might be tempted by quite a few of them. The one thing that needs to be your priority in the Alliance shop is the Essence of Creation. Now, I would suggest you save all your Alliance silver, because you know what? Your Alliance will slowly rank up, and even though you can only purchase this once a week, you're gonna unlock more and more and more. And the main thing that you wanna purchase from here will be the Essence of Creation. And of course, once you're gonna be able to get the rare ore pack, which will give you better stuff, legendary and epic, this one just gives you rares. Is no point to purchase this. Then you can focus on the legendary ore pack, guys, but it's only at Alliance level 10, so it's gonna be a while till your Alliance will reach that level. The Essence of Creation will be very, very important to allow you to level up your artifacts, guys. But that was all for today's video. Now, you might be interested to find out what are the biggest 5 mistakes you can do in Dragonheir Silent Gods. Check out this video, or you might be interested to see our tier list. Check out this video. I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.